I have an hour before I have to get up and go to the place, and I have to take a shower today. Hi, Internet. So I just got back from day 5, and like I mentioned yesterday, they were talking about the possibility of switching me from dTMS to Theta burst because I didn't like the amount of pain that the procedure was giving me, even though I didn't really care how much pain I was in. So I was really not sure about it when I got home from it last night. I was pretty bummed, but I did a good deal of reading last night, and it turns out that from what I was able to find, the effects of theta burst are very comparable to the dTMS effects, and that there really isn't any reason not to try it. So I decided to give it a shot today. It was easier to tolerate. It's not as painful. It's still not great, but it's not as painful. And essentially, it is the same placement. It is the same machine. In my case, as I was getting treatment from before, it is just a different length and of pulse with different amount of time in between the pulses is what what it comes down to. But it was fine, and I got through that, and I actually am feeling pretty decent at the moment. So a few hours after my last recording, I got hit with a wave of serotonin. And I know what that feels like because it's very similar to when you take a new psychiatric medication and all at once you get hit with a wave. The way that I would explain it to people, if you've ever had a Valium, you know what it feels. It sort of feels like icicles of calm coming from the top of your head trickling down your spine. And if you have ever had an episode of severe chemical depression, you'll know what a wave of depression feels like, what a wave of malaise. It can like bowl you over, and it really does kind of feel like a crashing wave. Well, a crashing wave of serotonin is like that. It's just good feeling. And I got hit with one about 8 hours after my treatment, which was very surprising because it's only been 5 days. And so we'll see what happens with that. But I am really optimistic because it feels the same as when a medication starts working. And I was not expecting it. So that is very good news. I know my body well enough to know when something chemical is happening. I know I keep very good tabs on what my mental health is doing. So stay tuned.